Britain will rejoin the EU as the younger generation will realise the country has made a terrible mistake, claims senior Brussels chief.
Here's a summary of the article.
Britain will rejoin the EU because the younger generation will realise the country has made a mistake, senior MEP Guy Verhofstadt claimed today. The comments, just a fortnight before Britain is due to leave and despite an election landslide for Boris Johnson, came as the two sides drew battle lines over citizens' rights and future trade. Mr Verhofstadt had a bruising meeting with Steve Barclay in Westminster last night, with the Brexit secretary accusing him of scaremongering over the protections for EU citizens staying in the UK after January 31. A spokesman for Mr Barclay said, he reminded Mr Verhofstadt of the impact of scaremongering which feeds the anxiety of EU citizens we are seeking to reassure. In an interview on BBC Radio 4's Today programme this morning, Mr Verhofstadt was asked about remarks by Labour MEP Seb Dance that Britain was only taking a sabbatical from the EU and would rejoin. Mr Verhofstadt said, I think that will happen. Mr Verhofstadt said there had to be a close relationship between the UK and EU as the physical distance between them was not increasing. Mr Verhofstadt told BBC Radio 4's Today programme, they said we are going to look at it so people can print it so they have a physical document.
This post received a score of 26,514, with an upvote ratio of 83%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Yes, I agree. I've heard people saying for a long time this is a generational thing and we will be back in it within a decade or two. What shape the country will be in at that time? Who bloody knows?
The issue with that is that we had a really good deal. There's no chance of getting anything close to what we have now if we rejoin, although I hope we do.
Yet it would still be worth it without whatever special deals we had previously.
I agree completely. Not quite as worth it. We had some opt-outs that proved very beneficial, such as not using the euro, but still worth it. I think you might still be able to get away with not using the euro, depending on how strong your economy is at the time. The Scandinavian countries still use their currencies. Plus you're still an island, so you'll still get those juicy island-only opt-outs. Laughing face. Edit. To clarify, I'm not supporting British opt-outs. I come from one of the top 5 integrated EU countries and I'm pretty happy with that.
The fact that they're on a second island which includes a land border with another EU country seems to be a serious complicating factor, though.
Maybe that won't be the case for long cheeky smiley face. Plus, Ireland also has a non-Schengen exemption, so if all of the countries of the Isles formerly known as British are in the EU, they can have their little internal thing. One might call it something like a common travel area, cheeky smiley face. Pretty sure Ireland only has a non-Schengen exemption because the UK wanted them to.
We opted out to protect our common travel area with the UK, allowing us to maintain full freedom of travel on the island of Ireland. It wasn't because the UK wanted us to, it was so those people whom identify as Irish in Northern Ireland could continue to travel freely into Ireland.
I doubt they'll rejoin as the United Kingdom, by then they'll just be England.
5 years after Scotland joined EU on their own.
Our post-Brexit map equals fuck EW equals the former United Kingdom of England and Wales. The Conservative Brexit Plan 2020. Hey Sarge. Tell us about Brexit. Sajid Javid, Chancellor of the Exchequer. Link. This is what 2020 Brexit really looks like.
Ha ha ha.
The EU is in need of dire reform. But Britain could have effected that change by using its relative economic might. If the UK does rejoin, it'll be under significantly worse terms.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.